Hello everyone. So in this particular video we are going to discuss about the fail activity in Azure Data Factory. So first we will understand when actually we use a fail activity, and then we have one of the practical scenario. Based on that we'll try to understand the fail activity in Azure Data Factory and we'll try to understand in depth. So let us start with that. So fail activity, when actually we use a fail activity, when you want to throw an error in a pipeline intentionally. So suppose you have a pipeline, and based on the certain condition, what actually you want to throw an error. Like if this particular condition is satisfied, then I want to throw an error. If this particular condition is there, then I want to do a copy activity. If you have a requirement like that, then to throw an error, what actually we can use a fail activity. So that kind of the use case we have. Whenever you want to throw an error based on the certain condition, you can use a fail activity. I have one of the interesting example. Based on that we'll get a better idea. So suppose I have one of the storage account. In this storage account, I have a one container. In this particular container I am getting a data. My file name is employee1 and my file name is employee2, and also I have some other files are also coming into this file. Now what actually I want to do, whenever my file name contains the employee1, what actually I want to do, I want to copy this data and I want to put into the employee container. I want to take the data from this particular storage account and I want to copy this data into a employee container, and I want to move that. Similarly, if the file name contains the employee2, then my case to it statement will run and it will perform a copy data activity and it will try to store my data into the employee container. If my file contain any other name other than this employee1 and employee2, suppose department file is there, now in this case what actually I want to do, I want to throw an error. So what actually it will happen, it will go into the default case and it will throw an error like file doesn't contain the employee data. So like that. So intentionally, if you want to make failure of your pipelines, and then what actually you can use a fail activity. So that is the scenario we are going to use. So in switch activity we have already discussed, we can have a multiple case statement, and based on that you can have a multiple activities. So this is the practical we are going to do. So let me show you. So I have a this input container. I have created one input container. If you will see, I have a multiple files, employee1 and the employee2, employee1.csv, employee2.csv. I'll create one more container name as a employee, and in this employee container I will try to move that data if the particular file is there. Okay, now what I will do, I'll go to the data factory. So I open my Azure Data Factory. What I will do, I'll create a pipeline. We are going to do perform a switch activity here. So what I will do, I will have a certain condition. So I'll go to the activity. In this activity, what I will pass the file name. So we'll create one parameter. So click on the outside, new. You can give the file name something, and this file name actually we are going to check in the condition. So file names, if the particular file name condition satisfy, and if the file name contains employee1.csv, then we'll perform a copy activity like that. So I'll add a catch statement. So if the file name contains employee1.csv, then what I will do, I'll perform a copy activity. So in this, if the file name contains employee1, then I'll perform a copy data activity. And what this copy data activity will do, it will take a data. So I'll create one data set, CSV file, select a link service. I already created a link service. What it will do, it will take a data from a input container employee1.csv, and it should copy into the sink location. So this is the particular source we have selected. Click on the sink. We'll create a new blob storage data set, and what actually we'll do, we'll try to go copy into the another container, and the container name is the employee container. Link service we will select. Where you want to copy, I want to copy into the employee container, so that I will do this. All the process we have already done in a previous video also. So I have created a source and the sink. So again I will go to the switch activity. So if the file name contains the employee1, then it will perform a copy data. Similarly, you can add another case. If the file name contains the employee2, in this case also what actually it will do, it will perform a copy data. But in this case it will take a data from a employee2 file and it will copy. So if it is a employee2, perform a copy data. Click on this. Source you can select. So what I will do, I'll create a new data set here, blob storage. You can do parameterize also here. And what I will do, if it is contain the employee2, then I want to take this employee2 file, employee2.csv, and I want to copy into the employee container. So sync will be the same for both, right? So I will just use the whatever I created previously. Now if I'll go to the here my switch activity. Now switch activity, if I'll show you, I have given a condition like, so in switch activity I have a default, I have a employee1 and employee2 case. So in the case of the employee one, what actually will happen? It will happen the copy data, employee two also it will happen. If it is contained other than the employee one and employee two, then the default should happen. In this case, what will happen? I'll add the failware activity. So what I will do? I'll add the activity of the fail. So this activity will do. Go to the setting. It contains the three general setting and user property. Go to the setting. What is the error? So unknown file you can give any failure message if you want to have, you can get that, and error code I am adding the 101. So this is one I have added. Now if I'll go to the pipeline, now let's try to debug it. If I'll click on the debug, first it will ask the file name. So I'll give the name as a employee1. Click on the OK. Click on the debug. You can see the copy data happened and the file should be available into the employee container, the employee1 file, because we have done that. Now suppose if I am running, if I am again debugging, if we have another file, suppose department file. Now if I'll click on the OK, in this case the error should be happened. Click on the debug. Not yet started. You can see switch activity failure. You can see the failure message is unknown file, whatever we have configured, and error code is 101. And here you can see the failure activity failed because the inner activity itself failed. Because of the fail one, because we have a different file, this both got failed and we'll get a error message whatever we have mentioned. And this error message you can configure with email, and you can have in your email ID. So whenever this kind of the things are happening, you will get an email, and from there actually you can monitor it. So if you have to intentionally fail your pipeline, you can use a fail activity. And that's it in this video. I hope you got it.